Today, we're going to be going over all the team affinity cards that you can get with the vouchers. To get these vouchers, you have to go into My Journey and then do these missions to eventually get 285 team affinity points where you can unlock these All-Star Game vouchers. Then, once you get a voucher, come to this collection right here where you'll be able to select any team, enter your voucher, and get the players. First up for the American League is Max Fried. He has 101 hits per 9, 106 pitching clutch, along with a very good pitch mix. He has a cutter, sinker, curveball, fastball, and a sweeper. His curveball has a lot of break, and with the pitch change and the velocity, very solid. I do like the cutter and the sinker as well. For quirks, he has pickoff artist and break outlier. Break outlier is a very good quirk. All around, I think this Max Fried is very solid. Next up for the Red Sox is Alex Bregman. He has 100 contact against righties, 125 versus lefties, and 103 clutch. Along with that, he's 109 power versus righties, which is very good, but the 77 power against lefties isn't my favorite. Usually the threshold is around 80 power for perfect fly balls to not be outs. So once you get Alex Bregman up to P3, he'll have 80, but starting out, I don't like it very much. The fielding is all right, it's solid. And for quirks, he doesn't have anything too crazy, but if you like the Alex Bregman new thread card, this card would probably be an upgrade. Now for the Orioles, we have Ryan O'Hearn. Against righties, he is crazy. He has 120 contact against them with 110 power versus righties, along with 105 clutch. But against lefties, again, another guy with less than 80 power, but he does have 94 contact versus lefties. Also, in the outfield, he is a right fielder with 57 arm. That's not my favorite. He's not going to be throwing anybody out there, but he does have 65 speed. Maybe if you wanted to use this card off your bench to hit righties, it'd be solid. Other than that, I don't think it's anything too crazy. For his quirks, he has dead red and pitch hitter, so maybe all you're going to be able to do with him is bring him off the bench. Next up for the Rays, we have Brandon Lau. He has 120 contact against righties, 80 against lefties though. But the power is insane. 117 power against righties and 102 versus lefties. But the good thing is, if you have runners in scoring positions against lefties, you're going to have 120 clutch instead of the 80 contact. So Brandon Lau maybe as like a cleanup hitter could be a good idea. At second base, the defense isn't going to matter that much. With his 53 speed, his quirks, he has pinch hitter and situational hitter. None of those quirks are very good. But if you have this guy in your cleanup spot, Brandon Lau is currently my favorite All-Star card. And to round it out for the AL East, we have the Blue Jays. Their card is Alejandro Kirk. He has very good contact, 106 against righties, 116 versus lefties, and 103 clutch. His pop is very low though, 78 power versus righties and 64 versus lefties. You're not going to be hitting very many extra base hits with Kirk. But behind the plate as a catcher, he's very good defensively. He has 99 fielding and 97 block. The arm is a little low, but he does have catcher pop time. This is the first catcher I've seen this year with catcher pop time. It is probably the best quirk for catchers. It's going to allow his pop time to be way faster, so that arm might be made up for with that quirk. Now to start it off for the AL Central, we're starting with the Tigers. Their card is Riley Green. He has 119 contact versus righties, 96 versus lefties, and then for his power, he has 125 versus righties and 84 versus lefty. This card is a very good hitter. In the outfield at left field, his fielding is pretty solid along with his 56 speed. For his quirks, he has bad ball hitter. That's really the only good one though. But all around, this Riley Green card is pretty solid. Now for the Royals, they have Kris Bubic, a left-handed starting pitcher. He has 102 hits per 9, 97 pitching clutch. And his pitch mix is a fastball, sweeper, circle change, slider, and a sinker. He's missing that cutter that would really make him dominant. With that low of velo though, it's going to be really hard to blow anything by people. Doesn't have any quirks either. Kris Bubic, he's alright for a starting pitcher, but there are better options. Now onto the Twins, another starting pitcher. They have Joe Ryan. He's 101 hits per 9 and 100 pitching clutch. His pitch mix, about the same as Bubic's. He's got a fastball, splitter, sweeper, sinker, and slider. Again, missing that cutter. For his quirks, he does have break outlier, which can help you, but once again, he's a solid starting pitcher, but I think there's better options. Next up for the Guardians, we have Steven Kwan. He's a very good contact hitter with 120 contact against righties, 103 versus lefties, and then 115 clutch. He also has 80 power against righties, which is very solid, but the 52 power against lefty really scares me. He's a good defensive outfielder though, with an 82 arm, 87 reaction, and his 58 speed, so he can play out there in left. For quirks, he has dead red and bad ball hitter, which are very good quirks, but that 52 power against lefties really scares me, and I probably won't use this card. And last up for the AL Central, we have Shane Smith. He has 99 hits per 9 and 104 pitching clutch. His pitch mix is a fastball, circle change, slider, 12-6 curve, and a sinker. He has some velo. Once again, these pitchers are missing the cutter. For his quirks, he has nothing either. This Shane Smith, another pitcher who you can use, but there are way better options. Now for the AL West, we're starting with the Astros. Their card is Jeremy Pena. He has 104 contact versus righties, 112 against lefties, and 108 clutch. His power is also very good with 81 versus righties and 90 against lefties. Along with his 99 speed, he's very good offensively. His defense at shortstop, 84 fielding, 79 reaction, is doable. This Jeremy Pena is a very good card. For his quirks, he has bad ball hitter. This card is probably the second best so far. Next up for the Mariners, they have Andres Munoz. He has a maxed out hits per 9 and maxed out pitching clutch, along with his pitch mix, which includes a slider, fastball, sinker, and circle change, all very solid. Hopefully his outlier, and he does on that fastball. He got a spotlight card earlier in the year, which was dominant, so I'm definitely going to be adding this Munoz to my bullpen. Now the Rangers, they have this Jacob deGrom, and I was hyped for this card. The last time we got an all-star Jacob deGrom, it was unstoppable. This card has 97 hits per 9 and 111 pitching clutch. Hopefully for his quirks, he has nothing. Wow. He has a fastball, slider, circle change, slurve, and a two-seam fastball. I was expecting outlier on this Jacob deGrom. Without outlier, this card does not look very good. Now for the Angels, they have Yusei Kikuchi. His pitch mix is a slider, fastball, circle change, 12-6 curve, and a sinker. With 95 hits per 9 and 93 pitching clutch. He does have a funky delivery though. For his quirks, another pitcher with no quirks. This Yusei Kikuchi with no quirks and not the best stats, probably a guy I won't use. And now finishing it off for the American League, the Athletics get Jacob Wilson as their all-star card. He has 113 contact against righties and 125 versus lefties, along with maxed out clutch. Jacob Wilson is probably winning the Rookie of the Year right now in the AL. Has solid power too, 78 against righties, 81 versus lefties, and good fielding. This card is definitely usable. At P2, you'll be able to get that power up to an 80. For his quirks, he doesn't have anything though. But if you're using like an Athletics theme team or something, this Jacob Wilson is probably insane. Before we move on to the National League, make sure to sub and comment down below what your favorite all-star card is. Now to start off the NL East, we have Zach Wheeler. He has 103 hits per 9 as well as 106 pitching clutch. Fastball, sinker, sweeper, cutter, and splitter as his pitch sequence. And that fastball, 96 miles per hour along with his 95 mile per hour sinker. For his quirks, he is break outlier. This Zach Wheeler actually has a very good pitch mix and probably a guy I'd use with that sinker cutter. This is probably the best pitcher so far in the All-Star drop. Next up for the NL East, they have Pete Alonso. He has 114 contact against righties, 90 versus lefties, and maxed out clutch. Along with his power, very good with 105 against righties and 102 versus lefties. Pete Alonso playing first, his defense isn't going to matter as much, so that offense is huge. His quirks as well, he has bad ball hitter and dead red, which are also two very good quirks. Pete Alonso is probably a first baseman that could be usable. Next up for the Marlins is Kyle Stowers. He has great contact with 102 against righties, 118 versus lefties. The clutch lets me down a little bit with 93. And then with the power, amazing versus righties with 118 power, but 70 against lefties. Very good in the outfield and can play first base. Let's see what his quirks are. He has nothing. This Kyle Stowers, probably a guy that you could use off the bench to hit against righties as a lefty. But other than that, I probably wouldn't start this guy. Next up for the Braves, they have Matt Olson. Great contact with 100 against righties, 110 versus lefties. And the power versus righties is also insane with 101 and 95 against power versus lefties. Also a very good first baseman. If you like lefties, this might be your guy over Pete Alonso. For quirks, he only has bad ball hitter, but he rivals Pete Alonso for the best first baseman in this All-Star drop. And to finish off the NL East, the Washington Nationals get Mackenzie Gore. He's 102 Ks per 9, 93 hits per 9, along with 87 pitching clutch. That pitching clutch is very low. His pitch mix is a 4-seam fastball, 12-6 curve, slider, circle change, and a cutter, all with very low velo. His quirks, he only has Road Warrior. This Mackenzie Gore I probably wouldn't use with these stats and that pitch mix. Not a very good card. Next is the NL Central, and their all-star card is Matthew Boyd. He has 91 hits per 9 and 78 pitching clutch, even lower than Mackenzie Gore's. His pitch mix is a fastball, circle change, slider, curveball, and a sinker. Again, not very good velo. Quirks, only day player. He's going to end up just like Mackenzie Gore. I'm probably not using this card. Now for the Brewers, their card is Freddie Peralta. He's 106 hits per 9 and 125 pitching clutch, which I love that from a starting pitcher. His pitch mix is a fastball, circle change, 12-6 curve, and that slider. For his quirks, he has nothing. With a pitch mix like that, only 4 pitches. He is a little scary, but the pitching clutch could kind of save him. Definitely a card I'd like to try out, but the pitch mix is not what I'd like. Next up for the Cardinals is Brendan Donovan. He has maxed out contact versus righties and 100 versus lefties, along with 110 clutch. Also has very decent power, 90 against righties and 85 versus lefties. I wasn't expecting that. Also has good defense, can play second, first, third, shortstop, left field, and right field, so can almost play everywhere on the field. For his quirks, he is breaking ball hitter and bad ball hitter. This Brendan Donovan is very versatile and definitely a card that you could have on your bench, or you could even start this card. I like this card all around. 53 speed is a little low, but I'm fine with that. Now for the Reds. This Elly De La Cruz is my favorite All-Star Game card in this drop. He has 105 contact against righties, 100 against lefties, along with 110 clutch. The 101 power against righties and 92 against lefties is also insane. I hate Elly De La Cruz cards, but the stats on this card are just insane. He also has great defensive stats with his 99 arm and 99 speed. For his quirks as well, he is bad ball hitter and dead red. Elly De La Cruz is a card you need to try because this might be the best card in this entire drop. To finish it off for the NL Central, we have Paul Skeens for the Pirates. He has 105 hits per 9, 108 pitching clutch. His pitch mix is a fastball, splitter, sweeper, Vulcan change, and a sinker. For his quirks, he is an outlier on his fastball and his splitter. I don't like the outlier on the splitter, but other than that, this Paul Skeens pitch mix is very good, along with his outlier fastball. He's kind of similar to that other Paul Skeens that they released in a program, but all around, this is a solid card. On to the last division, the NL West. For their card, they have Freddie Freeman. He has phenomenal contact, as it's maxed out against righties, 100 against lefties, and maxed out clutch. His power as well is 86 power versus righties and 92 against lefties. Fielding is also great, 30 speed though, which isn't the best. For his quirks, he is bad ball hitter, and that's really it. As a first baseman though, his hitting stats are very good, and I'd say this card's better than that Matt Olson. For the Giants, their card is Robbie Ray. He has 106 hits per 9 and 120 pitching clutch. His pitch mix is a fastball, slider, circle change, and a knuckle curve. For his quirks, he has nothing. With that low of velo, no quirks, and only 4 pitches, I don't think I'd use this pitcher at all. There are way better options, even in the All-Star Game program. For the Padres, their card is Jason Adams. He has 118 hits per 9, maxed out pitching clutch, and a pitch mix that looked very good. A slider, circle change, fastball, sweeper, and a cutter. 5 pitches out of the pen is really solid. For his quirks, doesn't have anything too good. But with that pitch mix and the pitch speed differential, 77 miles per hour on the sweeper and a 95 mile per hour fastball, this could be a guy you could add in your pen. Now for the Diamondbacks, their card is Eugenio Suarez. He's been hitting the... Next up for the Diamondbacks, their card is Eugenio Suarez. He's been hitting the cover off the baseball this year. His 103 contact versus righties, 81 against lefties with his 113 clutch. Power is great, 117 against righties and maxed out versus lefties. The only thing offensively is that contact against lefties is a little low. For the defense, he has 70 arm at third baseman and 74 fielding, which isn't the best, but it is usable. For his quirks, I'm surprised. He doesn't really have anything good for his quirks hitting wise, but this card would probably be very good on All-Star. Any difficulty higher than that, I probably wouldn't use this card. And last up for the Rockies, we have another Hunter Goodman card. He has 110 contact against righties, 98 versus lefties, and maxed out clutch. For his power, he has 97 versus righties and 104 against lefties. He also is very versatile. He can play catcher, first base, left, and right field, all with solid defense. The block is a little low behind the plate, but that's all right. For his quirks, he doesn't have anything. But if you enjoyed the first Hunter Goodman card that came out in the Spotlight Challenges, this card is a big upgrade from that. My favorite card from these vouchers is definitely Elly De La Cruz. I think he's probably one of the best hitters, being a switch hitter, along with that 99 speed and great offensive stats. The runner-up though would have to be Alex Bregman. I loved his New Threads cards, and once you get him to P3, having that power over 80 versus lefties, it's going to be very solid. He also has very good defense, which is great. And then for my favorite voucher for the pitchers, my first pick would definitely be Andres Munoz. He is maxed out hits per 9, maxed out pitching clutch. Also, he is outlier on that fastball, and his spotlight card was dominant, so I think this card will be as well. My runner-up for pitchers would definitely have to be this Paul Skeens though. Very good hits per 9 and great pitching clutch. Along with his pitch mix, it's solid. I wish that splitter didn't have outlier, but he does have outlier on his fastball, which is really good. Let me know what All-Star cards were your favorite and who do you think is going to win the Home Run Derby.